get going. Okay, so you guys know the deal. You know why you're here. Thursdays like to do some thankfulness. So quick reminder of this is a definition of gratitude. Certainly not the definition, but it's one that I like for a bunch of reasons. So gratitude is the embodied experience that accompanies the awareness that we have benefited from someone or something. And here's the part I want to focus on today: through no doing of our own. So in summary, we feel gratitude in the body because we know, like we are consciously aware that something just good happened for us or to us. And then this last piece of, through no doing of our own is not meant to diminish if we put effort into it. I mean, what we're doing right now is like we're putting effort into experiencing gratitude. So I'm in no way trying to discount that and say, oh, that doesn't count. But the thing to focus on is we are beneficiaries. Something is happening to us or for us that when we really get close with it, we realize we actually had nothing to do with it. Um, that goes for, like, say we'll explore food or friends or activities or material possessions that we enjoy. And if you really get close with what it's like to experience gratitude, part of that has to do with the fact that you realize, like, I didn't choose my taste buds. So the fact that happens to be my favorite food and I really enjoy it, is that really something that I did or do? No, it's just something that I'm noticing that is happening for me or to me, or friends or loved ones in our lives, right? They're there. Life could have gone in a different direction. We would never have met them, or we would have had different parents or brothers or whatever it is. So again, these are things that just emphasize this idea of through no doing of our own. I think that's really, really key for a good gratitude practice. So here are the two things that we're going to focus on. The first one is the acknowledgement that something good is happening, right? So gratitude is intricately linked to a sense of positivity. And then the second piece, which has to do with distinguishing between, where the source of this goodness comes from. Like I said earlier, like, to some extent we sort of kind of choose our friends, but then again, we don't, right? There's so much circumstance and luck and timing and things that are so beyond our control that give us this goodness and sort of place it in our lap. And part of it is, I think, the humility and the appreciation for, wow, things could have been really different. Might never have met that person, or uh, yeah, sort of stumbled into this awesome hobby that I really love doing. And luckily I met someone at the right time who introduced me to it, and that could not have happened. Right. So anyway, enough said. Let's spend more time practicing. So I'm going to, suggest eyes closed, but I'm also going to be sort of flipping through these different slides. I'll obviously mention them out loud, but if it's helpful for you at times to sort of open your eyes and orient yourself as to, what we're talking about, feel free to do so. Okay, so let's start. Close your eyes. And as always, we start by grounding. So this is setting the intention. Say, I want to be right here, right now, and be open to whatever happens in this session. So the intention of presence and openness. And then it helps to feel into the body. And gratitude is an embodied experience. Like, we know it when we feel it in the body. Oftentimes, don't want to limit your subjective experience of gratitude, but very often gratitude is centered in the chest. People call it the heart center, in that chest area, and the belly. Just taking a quick inventory of your chest and belly. Noticing breath coming and going. Okay, and let's start by using our memory to bring to mind a memory of someone that we really love, good friend, maybe a sibling, maybe a parent, doesn't matter who, just someone that you love. And the first step is this acknowledgement of, wow, how lucky am I that I have this person in my life? How different things would be for me had I never met them, or had I never been in this circumstance where I get to benefit from who they are. And then the second layer that I introduced earlier is this the humility of realizing that some level we did nothing to quote unquote deserve this wonderful circumstance of meeting this person, and the fact that they're so kind or considerate or nice, whatever it is that you love about them, realize it has nothing to do with you. You're literally the beneficiary of something that is outside of ourselves, beyond us. And yet we get to experience this positivity. Lucky for us. And next, let's move on to a favorite material possession that you have. So it could be an instrument, it could be your car, could be your computer, it could be, it doesn't, again, it doesn't matter. But just think of a material item that brings you a lot of joy. Maybe it's your golf clubs, your tennis racket. Again, just feel it. Just notice what's it like when you're using this material possession. And then again, the acknowledgement of how interesting or how peculiar that you found this material possession, or that you found each other, and that it's brings you so much joy. Maybe that there is a universe in which that never happened. How, how rich your life is because it did happen. And feeling into your chest and your belly, and moving on to a place in nature that you find beautiful. Or it could just be outside. It doesn't have to be necessarily a place of nature. It could be, again, could be tennis courts, golf club, favorite restaurant with an outdoor patio, just something outdoors, your favorite hike. And again, just acknowledging how lucky that I found this, that I have this in my life. And here it probably is becomes more apparent to notice how we had nothing to do with that place necessarily. The plants grow on their own due to the sun and the water, or someone set up the park or the place, and most likely we're literally just it's just dumb luck that we get to get to experience this place. Again, just feeling gratitude for that being the case. And next, we'll move on to an activity that brings you joy. So, and maybe it's an athletic pursuit. Maybe it's playing checkers with your niece or nephew or your kids, or knitting, whatever it might be. Yeah, and just appreciating when you get to do that. How cool that you get to enjoy that experience. How lucky. Lucky that you found that circumstances were such that you got to find this activity, and that your brain and your body seem to like it. Taking in that appreciation. Next one is a food that you love to eat. Could be your favorite food, or maybe just don't think too hard, but just something that you really enjoy the flavor of, the texture, the whole process of sitting down and eating. Just acknowledging the appreciation for the fact that you get to experience this in your life, whatever that food is. And how lucky that your taste buds, your brain, your life circumstance, put you and this food together in such a way that you get to experience it. And it's so personal. We don't all have the same favorite foods, but in some very real way, we don't choose our favorite foods. Maybe they choose us to some extent. And last but certainly not least, something about yourself that you appreciate and value. Some part of your personality, your character, your physicality. Again, doesn't matter. Just for a moment, acknowledge that it's there, that it's good. How lucky that you're good at that, or that your ability to notice that part of yourself. Also appreciation for how we're gifted, that our sense of humor, our looks, our physical or athletic abilities, our love of a certain kind of music or whatever the skill is. Again, these are things that sort of given by a kind of grace. We're lucky to find this in ourselves. All right, and we're out of time, so let's go take a deep breath in. Long exhale through the mouth. Hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go ahead and open your eyes. Going back to the session. So I hope this is a useful way of viewing gratitude. There's sort of a specific flavor, I think, of gratitude that comes with, first step, just acknowledging, wow, this is a positive thing that's happening for me. How lucky. And then comes the humble understanding of, and it could have been really different. Like how lucky that I have these taste buds, or circumstance led me to these people, whatever it might be. That's another piece to add in there, and hope that was helpful. Quick reminder, all of these sessions are recorded. There's a YouTube channel, just youtube.com/@CIT clinics. You ever miss one, you can do a keyword search on, if there's a favorite one, if you're looking for a gratitude practice or something else. please do that. And other than that, I'll stick around for a few more minutes if anyone wants to connect. Otherwise, have a great day, everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow.